B2B marketers are underappreciated, underrespected, if you will. Sales are hailed as the rainmakers, engineers, geniuses behind product, right? But yet, we are the conduit, the introduction, enabler, and insights into the most valuable asset within any organization, the customer relationship. Do you agree?
Totally disagree. And I guess for a couple of reasons. One is I don't think all B2B marketers are underappreciated. I don't feel like that in my organization.
So you're appreciated, Ian?
Very much so,
Okay.
I think. I think it's really the result of the team that I have. But I think the other thing is that I hear a lot of marketers who want to demand respect, but the salespeople are the ones who typically get fired when you don't make the numbers. And so if the marketers want to own the relationship and they want the respect, then they need to make sure they're setting firm sales goals for their initiatives, and they're accountable for hitting them, and they suffer the consequences if they don't. So I know a lot of people who are in marketing because they wanted to get out of the spotlight from sales. I'm sure a lot of people at this conference do not fit that profile, but the salespeople have a clear scorecard. They have to hit it every month, every quarter, every year. If the marketers want to own the relationship, if they want to be accountable, or they want to get the credit for the success, they need to sign up for the numbers and be accountable when they don't make it.
I love it. And I think there's a term called the revenue marketer that we'll actually address down the road, but that's well done. Matt or Lawrence?
Yeah, I will probably, I'm going to come out somewhere there in the middle. I agree and disagree, and so my personal view, I would, and I've said this now for a couple of years, I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be in marketing than right now. And why is that? I think the fundamentals of marketing, all the notions around creative and brand, they'll continue to be super important. But we're introducing analytics, real analytics, not just big data, real analytics into the spectrum. We're talking about the customer experience, and I would assert that marketing plays a key leadership role, but doesn't necessarily own the customer experience. But we can lead this on behalf of our organizations. And then, you know, the part that's, I think, really different, things are moving at an unbelievable rate and pace. And as a marketeer, more often than not, at least at Windstream where I work, in parallel with our sales guys, you have two choices. You can either embrace it, or you can try to not embrace it. And I think when you do the latter, that's where you won't win. But in my organization, or I think also why I've been asked to join Windstream as the enterprise CMO, I do not feel that marketing is underappreciated at all. In fact, I would suggest that we have a product marketing function, we have a pricing function, we have a customer experience / net promoter system that we've put in place. We're doing everything around analytics, and the company is looking to us to partner with sales, and they're holding us, just as you said, directly accountable for top-line revenue growth. So to me, it's a great time to be where we are.
And I love it. And you mentioned a number of things I think we'll dig into, specifically the alignment around sales and marketing, what successful organizations are doing to bring that together. But Lawrence, where do you fall on that continuum?
I think the marketers are misunderstood. And the danger we have as a profession is to try to justify yourself. If you try to justify yourself, then, you know, it's not going to work. So why are we misunderstood? I think we're misunderstood because we think concepts. We think in a conceptual state. And most of the leaders in the business, they think in very pragmatic and tangible things. So very often our leaders appreciate the work of marketing when it's delivered. But when we sell it to them, they don't understand what we mean, so they don't really support it. So I think our goal is to really try to speak the language of the business leaders with very tangible, practical way of demonstrating the value we can bring, rather than stay in the conceptual world that we lack so much sometimes. So this is the first thing. The second thing regarding the relationship with sales, in our organization, it's not only with sales, but we need to have parity and engagement with sales and technical. And when marketing works well in our organization is when sales, technical, and marketing are at the same level, speak the same language, and, you know, our partner in business.
Okay, this is great fodder to begin us. Matt, it seems like you got something to add to that.
On that. Absolutely. Because I think what you just said is at the core of this. So if I just may go through, a few things, marketing being aligned to the business. So if you believe in the concept of brand and culture ought to be authentically one, which I happen to do, then marketing and HR at a minimum actually need to work really closely together. If you believe in sales and marketing automation, we're integrating Salesforce.com and Marketo. By the way, the only way that works is if you work with IT and with sales and marketing. If you believe in top-line revenue growth, by the way, the only way that works is if sales and marketing have common goals and actually work together. If you happen to own a pricing function, you have to be successful, you have to learn the language of your CFO and your finance community, right? And I can go on. If you want to truly introduce products, more often than not in organizations, the product side is very technical. And so to me, the fascinating part, and again, maybe the thing why we're being pushed as a function is you have to make a decision whether you're going to embrace that. And if you do, and you build those bridges with your peers, I think you can be highly successful.